Giving gifts on Xbox One, EA and Origin Access just got a little bit better, and the tomorrow children won't see tomorrow. We'll get into it in the breakdown. What's going on, people? It's your boy DaRealMastalin coming at you with your daily dose. And as always, before we get started, I need y'all to do those 3 simple things. First one, prepare for Titanfall on that like button. Subscribe here for more. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every single time I drop a video, which is daily, by the way. Now let's break it down. First up is Xbox One is about to give gifts. And what I mean by that is there's an ability for Valve and Steam to gift games to friends. It is a way to give digital copies to your friends so that you can play with them. Maybe it's their birthday, maybe it's a niece and nephew trying to just, get them something for their birthday. This is a way for you to give them digital gift. And when asked on Twitter, Mikey Barra, because a lot of Xbox people that stay on Twitter stay giving out information, which I like. He was asked, "Hey Mike, how far off are we from getting the ability to gift a new purchase for a friend?" Mike simply responded, "Not far," which means that is on the horizon. It is one of the most requested features, along with being able to delete games that have a 0 gamer score from your history. I don't really get the appeal because I'm not an achievement/trophy person, but do your thing. But that lets me know that not only are they still listening, but they are actively seeking, these little things, which is hilarious because people will say they add a feature like this, instead of saying good job, they'll say nobody was asking for this. No, somebody was asking for it. It just wasn't you. Or they'll be like, well, they need to focus on games and not features. I don't know what's stopping them from doing both. They're a $1 billion company. They can do both. Complaining about stuff you have no use for is the dumbest thing that's ever happened in the history of gaming. And it happens way too often lately. But it is what it is. Next up, EA and Origin Access is getting 2 big hitters. They are getting Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2. Not or, Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2. And they're supposed to come out by September. So my guess is that at Gamescom, they'll announce they're available now in the Vault. Like they did last year with Titanfall. The first one was last year? Year before. They did Titanfall, the first one. They announced it's in the Vault now. They're going to use Gamescom as a launching platform for that. Also, Origin Access also gets Sims 4 Digital Deluxe Edition, Oxenfree, and Rebel Galaxy. Both of those services have about 60 or so games, and for $30 a year, don't do the $5 a month unless you just are gonna rent a game, put in that quick $5, beat it in that month, and then never play anything else. But 60 games for $30 a year. Yes, you don't own them, you're renting them, whatever you want to call it. But still, even if by the time the next year comes, you've played Battlefield 1 for 60 hours, you already got more than enough of your value for that $30 a year, even if you don't play anything else. Same with Titanfall 2. They also, add their yearly releases, all those Maddens and FIFAs, and on top of the, you get like the trials, so you can play them for 10 hours ahead of release just to see if you want, plus 10% off any digital EA purchase. Personally, and EA games, I pay for EA Access and Origin Access. I pay for both technically, but because I play games on Xbox and computer. But I don't buy EA games too often anymore unless there's something I really want, like Dragon Age. I bought that. Battlefield 1, I bought that. I actually bought the Xbox One S Battlefield Edition. Titanfall 2, I got that on PC. But like I unless it's games I really want, or my friends like, yo, we need to play this, we need to get on this now, I tend to just wait till they come to EA Origin Access. Like my backlog on games on all the platforms I own is way too large. So if I wait a little while on the game, here and there, I'm cool with it. And the fact that I pay for EA and Origin Access, waiting 6 months or so, because that's about the time frame they do now is like 6, maybe 7 months, depending on how much DLC comes out for these games. They'll wait that long and then put it on EA or Origin Access, and like, I'm cool, it's fresh, especially considering once they do it, the amount of players that come back is just like at the beginning, more or less. Like, you'll still get a surge of people playing the game now, because all the people who bought it before now see that there's going to be more people on it, so they'll hop back on it, and you'll get all this influx of new people, so that'll also draw back the old people because they get to play against the noobs who just got it on access. And like, it is a good cycle. It works for me. But the funny part is that there are still people claiming that Sony, when they said that EA Access was not a good value for their customers, are right. What are y'all smoking? Like, that must be some high grade stuff. Like top of the ceiling, like you and Snoop Dogg smoking the same stuff. Like that's how high y'all have to be for that to make sense coming out of your mouth more than once. Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 are the best shooters. Period. Not even arguably. They are the best shooters that have come out last year. And you get both of them, not one of them. You get both of them if you have this service. Please explain to me how it's not a good value. How is that okay? Like, how are you okay also with Sony making a decision for you? Because it's not like it'll cost them anything to put it on. They just don't want to do it because it would interfere with their own service. But this one and PS Now aren't the same, because PS Now is a streaming service, but that is what it's really, they're really against, because PS Plus, people are still gonna need PS Plus to play Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, so it doesn't interfere with that. They're just worried about it interfering with PS Now. But like I said last week, PS Now to be a streaming service is too expensive, especially with all the latency you incur, because their server dedication is like dodgy at times. Plus, these games, a lot of these games aren't even on that service, so I don't get it. They just don't want to do it because they don't want to have a competitor. But Xbox did it, and they still have Game Pass. The two are not, they can coexist within the same space. I don't see why PlayStation's having such a hard time doing this. But again, whatever y'all smoking, just know it is high grade, like high quality. And in our final story of the day, the Tomorrow Children is shutting down as of November 1st. The title came out last September, I believe, and Sony decided it ain't working, so they're gonna shut it down. Tomorrow Children is an MMO, and problems that it had was A, nobody's playing it. B, in order to maintain the world and stuff, people have to keep coming in, and as people were just leaving and not coming back, the world didn't persist, so nothing ever got done. Like, think of Tomorrow Children, for those who don't know, it's like Minecraft. Like, you go into the world, you start picking up items, breaking down stuff, and then you rebuild, like, houses and stuff like that. But the problem was, it needs a lively environment because the MMO, and people just wasn't coming. Also, the developer, Q Games, they haven't been updating anything. So the updates have been very slow, and I don't know if that's just because they don't have the money to do it, and Sony's like, we're not investing anything else into this. But I do remember when this was shown on the stage, people were talking about it like it was gonna be crazy and everybody was gonna be on it, and it's so innovative looking and it looks very different. It's not like all the other games out there. Like, it is so unique and all this stuff, and nobody played it. I feel like this game was a victim of Sony's downtime. Like, when Sony takes a while to get started in the generation, and they were filling that with a lot of games like the Tomorrow Children and smaller titles, Resogun, and then occasionally they would have like one big game, and they would drop that, and then it would be a bunch of smaller games. And then they finally got into their, at least at the beginning of the year, they dropped a bunch of stuff. They don't have much coming out near the end of the year, GT Sport and Lost Legacy. But at the beginning of the year, they dropped, a good portion of their big hitters that they've been talking about for a while. And I feel like the Tomorrow Children just got left in that shuffle. it got lost in the, we want to make this great, but we only need it to be great long enough for us to drop the things that really mattered to our portfolio. And it's just that it's a sad thing to see a game come and go so fast. Like, it literally was a little over a year and it's already gonna be gone. They're shutting it down, so anything you have to do in that game, just either get it done or move on, because like I feel like at this point in time, people are just straight up going to abandon every portion of this game because Sony has officially announced that they're abandoning every portion of this game. But it's a sad thing to see it go. That's all the news I got for today. Y'all let me know what y'all think of everything I covered today. If y'all are going to be giving gifts of games to your friends, if you're excited for Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, because if you haven't played either of those games, you are in for a treat. Also, and I missed this and I forgot about this, all the DLC for Star Wars Battlefront is also free. So if you want to get into Battlefront, to get ready for Battlefront 2, all the DLC is free. So all the DLC for Battlefront 1 is now free. Go cop that if you have EA access or Origin access. I forgot all about that. I don't even know how I forgot about that. So like I said, if you're excited for that, and if you are one of those people who thinks it's still not a good value, explain to me why. I want to know why. Like, I really want to know from your perspective, what makes it a bad value? Or is it just that Sony said it was, so that's how it is? Like, I really want to hear from you guys, so y'all let me know. And are you sad about the Tomorrow Children? Like, you know, Mighty Mar love the kids. Sony not so much with the children, but you know, Tomorrow. But Mighty Mar love the kids, so I want to know if y'all are cool with the Tomorrow Children shutting down. Follow your boy on Twitter at DaRealMastalin, mixer.com/DaRealMastalin. As always, this been your boy Mastalin, always giving you the real. I love y'all like some play cousins. I'm out.